Before we begin, thank you very much to I'll have a number 3 combo with a large convoy shake for pitching in over on Ko-fi. Sometimes you come up with such weird, wild names for this shout out streak that I kind of wish your real name was in there because I kind of wanted to say thank you directly. But I do appreciate it. Nonetheless, this support does keep the channel going, keeps the daily content coming, and keeps it all free for you to watch. So that's all well and good. So I had a video planned, ready, edited, raring to go today. And then all of the stuff that we were going to see on Friday all decided to drop today instead. So now we have to talk about everything that got revealed today because otherwise I'm striking while the iron's cold. So we got to do it now. So I might throw tomorrow's video up on my Patreon as a 24-hour preview exclusive to my $5 and up patrons. So if you're in that level, keep an eye out. I will probably throw it up there here in a few hours, actually, after I get this recorded. But we need to now talk about a ton of new toys coming out. So we're going to start with Takara's offerings. We know they are having a huge thing to announce and talk about all of their big collector figures that are coming out. But we are going to start with their Eva Optimus Prime. So the Evangelion crossover. Remember, the mold you are looking at is not the really, really nice Evasion Optimus Prime that we all really liked during Age of Extinction. No, this is one better because this is the upscaled leader class version of that mold. It's the legendary Optimus Prime mold that only Takara used. And honestly, like, the deco is so heavy on this figure, I kind of can't tell what's been remolded at this point. Obviously, the chest, the shoulders, the head, etc. But if the rest has been retooled to match Eva Unit 1 in any way, I don't know. I genuinely can't tell. I will admit, I'm not an Evangelion fan. I honestly am not. But I will acknowledge when an homage and a toy like this has been done really, really well. And this has been done really, really well. Like, he does look really, really good. We look at the vehicle mode. It's actually done pretty good. Like, it kind of just looks like purple and green Optimus Prime. Which is kind of what you want out of the vehicle mode. Like, it doesn't look like anything's been heavily done to kind of get it in line with Evangelion in any way. It does look like there's a couple extra flaps on top of the vehicle mode, but that's inconsequential. It's not a big deal. Everything else is pretty cool. It does come with a decent-sized blaster. Because, still a Transformer. Still has to come with some kind of firepower. And this is also that toy that has the swappable head thing. So if you want something that looks more like Ava inspired, you can swap out the Optimus faceplate for an open mouth. So you have that going too. And yeah, it's a really well done collaborative figure. This is the kind of level I would expect from like a US collaborative figure that went all out. This one, keeping in mind, it's a leader class toy with a ton of paint and a very, very popular license stuck to it, comes in around $70. I honestly thought it would be a lot higher than that. I thought we would be looking north of 100. Like, and I have to base that off of like the Monster Hunter collabs that were $50 per deluxe, and this is a leader class. I don't know if that just means the Eva license is cheap or if they pulled a favor or whatever, but either way, it is nice to see that it is relatively affordable. So that's actually a really, really nice one for Takara. Now, let's move on to the first full look at Overgear. We've been anticipating this ever since the whole T-Spark reveal, and yeah, I mean, these put on a pretty stark contrast from what we normally get. Bright, colorful things designed for both adult collectors and kids is usually the meal of the day when it comes to Transformers. This goes for the opposite. This goes for the serious, hardcore mecha enthusiast that likes the military, look rather than the more cartoonish one we're used to. So Ironhide here obviously takes some inspiration from the movie Ironhide design, but it also is very much doing its own thing. I do like the overall look of it. Now, for me personally, I do like a colorful robot. Dark obviously can get my attention as well, but you need to work the colors a little bit better. For me, this is just a little bit bland, but like this is designed for a very different type of mecha fan than I. Vehicle mode does look cool. This is where you really get that military look to it. You see like all the reinforcement panels along the doors, all the protection that the windshields have on all sides, those big armor panels in the back. Everything just telling you like this is a truck that was retrofitted to actually get through a war zone. And it does look cool. Like, this is where it kind of strikes me movie Ironhide. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the off-road Ironhide. What they call it? I don't want to say it was just off-road Ironhide. I think that was the blue one. But, like, the retool that they did of the Voyager Ironhide, that was just weapon accessory loaded with the lightning decals and similar tooling like this. That's what it gives me vibes of. Even if I can't remember the name exactly offhand. Still, point being, it is kind of cool to see like a heavy-duty take on the design. Now, again, going for that military thing, he doesn't just come with a gun like a standard Transformer. He comes with his entire arsenal. Multiple guns, knives, ammo clips, armor plates to stick on. Like, he's got so much. There's so many accessories loaded out on this guy. Really, really loaded. And then places to store it all just strewn across him. This is kind of what I imagine Link looks like in Legend of Zelda after you get all of the equipment. And he's just kind of has to lug everything around. Thinking back in the day when he had to lug around a raft and a ladder along with all the weapons. This is kind of giving me the vibe. Not bad looking though. Like, it's wearing it well. And then there is the counterpart, which is Blackout. And Blackout also looks really cool. Blackout hits me a little bit better than Ironhide does. I think it's because the silver and grays that it's using are cutting through a little bit more than those little hits of red that are going through Ironhide. Also, this just fits the tone better. I think with Ironhide, I come with an expectation. And that is the wrong approach, considering it's a completely new take on Ironhide. But for Blackout here, I don't carry as much, Like, he's got the helicopter blades as his, like, cape in the back. But besides that, as long as he's in a helicopter, I kind of accept him as Blackout. But he does look really, really cool. Pose looks really, really menacing. Yeah, this one, if I was to just get one, it'd probably be this one because it does stand out to me so much. Like, it's a very proper attack helicopter transformer and looks really, really good. Not that Ironhide doesn't, but this just hits me a little bit better. If we take a look at his vehicle mode, again, very striking. I'm not a helicopter expert. That would be my friend and co-host on WTF, Aaron. He would be the one to ask. Don't know which one this is. Is it an Apache helicopter? I don't know. I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. Cool helicopter. Go whirl. I don't know. It's a really, really nice looking vehicle mode. I will leave it at that because my commentary beyond that is kind of wasted. And then likewise, really, really good accessory loadout. A lot of really nice missile pods, big gun. Yeah, these look like they are really, really good at what they're doing. And here's the thing again. I believe if I read the report right, Ironhide is going to be $120 at retail, Blackout's going to be $130. And that is, again, lower than I expected. Only by a little bit, but part of me was like bracing for like Adamus Machina numbers. Which I guess these don't go as crazy in the engineering department as that toy does, so that might save it from such. But I really did expect this to be like a collector's premium. And don't get me wrong, it is. North of $100, of course it is. But I thought the price would be more comparable to like current masterpiece more than anything. But yeah, like that is not outrageous. If I was in love with the design, I probably would consider and probably would end up dropping that money specifically to get that one that really gripped me. So yeah, Overgear is actually looking really, really solid. I'm genuinely very, very impressed by what Takara put out there. We move on. We have a full look now at the anime version of Missing Link Grimlock. Now, we have seen the standard version of Grimlock before, meaning this is a lot kind of retreading old ground, not really talking anything new here. But I do think the cartoon accurate deco has drawn out a lot from this toy as far as giving it a different personality. In a very similar vein to how I felt with a lot of the Retro G1 reissues that we were getting in the US for a while. He looks fantastic in the Dino mode. Like, absolutely, like, spot on, gives me Season 3 vibes, very, very strong. I love the idea that they hinged his tail an extra degree. So, like, they added a hinge to the tail. I'm like, that doesn't come into handy with a transformation. Why does he need a tail hinge there? And it's specifically so that he can be as vertical in beast mode as he's usually standing in the cartoon. That's actually really cool. So that doesn't really do the Missing Link thing of just like, oh, we'll just add articulation to the classic designs. This adds a whole new level of functionality to the toy to make it more screen accurate, which is not necessarily the mission, but apparently they decided to just go ahead and do it. I appreciate it nonetheless. It's a really cool touch. I love how articulated the beast mode is. I mean, they could have just like kept that articulation in the arms that end up being the dino legs and called it a day, but no. The head rotates, the arms have like universal shoulders, they have elbows, they have actual articulation, which is really, really cool of them to do. Yeah, so the beast mode gets really expressive. And then that robot mode. I don't know what it is. So, like, yes, during the early shots, when all we could really see is the upper body, like, yeah, it kind of screamed a little bit Energon Grimlock, a little bit Play School, and how bright the coloring was. There's something about seeing it all together. You know, this is why I tell people, like, don't judge it based on just, like, prototypes or preliminary photos, because you need to see the whole picture of it in order to see, like, the complete package you're getting. I feel like this works. I feel like seeing the whole thing all together works and looks so much better than these typically end up. Like, he looks really, really nice. He looks really, really nice. I mean, there's a novelty to getting, like, the original colors in something that actually articulates. This is the one time where something in my brain is going like, might be cool to just get the anime one instead. Maybe, just maybe. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. I fell off of Missing Link. I never got my hands on Sunstreaker, which is unfortunate because I never had a G1 Sunstreaker either. And I could never decide between the two RCs. Do I want the orange prototype-y looking one because that's the one I've always known, or do I want the pink one because that is like the way I know RC? I believe the salmon, pink, and orange one is the only one available right now, so if I actually, you know, can bite the bullet price-wise on one of those, that's going to be the one I get if it's still available. If for those who don't know, I'm still like recovering from an expensive car repair last month. I don't really have a whole lot of play money for big, expensive import collectibles right now. So that's Takara's offering, and like this has just been like, yeah, this one I have to go in on. I might have to figure out how to afford one or the other. These have been really, really cool. Now, let's go into Hasbro's. So Hasbro is doing, you know, their big reveals on Friday as well, but those have already leaked, so we can get a look at those. Starting off with the new wave. This will focus mostly on this brand new Wave 2 of 2026's Studio Series. Starting with that same Sunstreaker that was already in the 5-pack. But it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. I know that's disappointing for some. Now, that mold is fine, by the way. I don't really have any issue with that mold being like the Sunstreaker toy right now. I guess I wasn't expecting a new mold, but I wasn't expecting just a rerun of this. But it's good news. It's fine, because we got a new Wheeljack now. Because like Wheeljack has been like they did that that Earthrise mold to death. So there's got to be no way they're just repainting it again. It's just a rerun of the 5-pack. Why did we release the 5-pack if we were just going to piecemeal them out later anyway? The Hound's already on the way. We know that. What you're just gonna do Trailbreaker wasn't in the 86 movie in any regard. I don't remember him at all. So I guess that one is safe. Jazz, you could 86 that way. Of course, I think Jazz already had an 86. Oh my god. This is annoying. This is annoying. Now, here's the thing. I think that Wheeljack mold is fine. I know a lot of people who don't like it. I think a lot of people are just sick and tired of Hasbro constantly rerunning it. But this is a letdown. Unequivocally, this is a letdown. Because, like, that one, I really did feel like it's time to get another Wheeljack toy out here. They also announced, they leaked a Voyager Shockwave. Like a lot of people suspected, it is just, Siege Shockwave without all of his additional bits, same way Takara released him. However, he is not quite exactly the way Takara did this toy, because all of the tech greeble from the Siege mold has all been cleaned off the figure completely. So now, yes, it's going to feel repetitive, and it might feel a little bit basic, because obviously we do not have his full extensions that he's supposed to have in this toy design. But you know what? It's something. It's something that's going to look nicer on your shelves. It's, we have all these animation accurate toys they've been doing the last couple of years. And then there's just, Shockwave, who looks like the designer just went overkill on the detail. So I guess there's that. It's a cleaner looking Shockwave. I'm sure someone at DNA Design is going to be real eager to come up with a handle that's going to fit over the top of the spaceship mode. And there's a prerequisite one to get out of the way. So, yes, we're getting an 86 Skywarp. It's a repaint of the Thundercracker. That's no shock right there. Looks great. I mean, it's Skywarp, so obviously it's going to look really, really good. And that Seeker mold, from what I've heard, is really, really good. So, yeah, I mean, Skywarp fans, rejoice. I like Skywarp. So, I mean, this is like the most basic of announcements yet, right? Like, another Seeker repaint is on the way. Yay. So exciting. There are 2 new molds in this assortment, however, so we can talk about those. The first one is Kranix. Now, Kranix does have an alt mode. Even though he's not technically a Transformer in the movie, he did have an alt mode that was drawn up along with his original character design. And believe it or not, yes, this flying duck mode that he turns into is basically what it looks like. Wasn't expecting anything grand out of a Kranix figure. Wasn't expecting Toy of the Year. This really just kind of looks like, I'm laying down, I've folded my arms and legs up, and I've grown a duckbill. I've basically turned into a flying platypus. And that's all I really expected and or need that Kranix toy to do. You just have to stand there and look like you did in the movie and then get eaten by some Sharkticons. Hey, hi, I own a dozen different Sharkticons of various sizes and toy lines. They're going to eat well. Nevertheless, I do think this is a little bit more standout. At least there's some new mold going on in this wave. And, it fills out a character that's never had a toy before, so I'll give them that. And then we have our look at a brand new mold for Astro Train. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. I mean, I'm happy that the spaceship mode, I'm happy the space shuttle mode looks more solid than the Siege version. That's about it. So yeah, where do I begin here? I mean, the train mode looks okay. I don't like how it goes, looking from one train. I don't like how it shifts between looking like one type of train to another type of train halfway through. That looks a little bit weird. I'm genuinely wondering if the smoke is actually an effect part that comes with this piece to kind of fill out the box, because why else would you include that if it wasn't an actual part you got with the toy? The space shuttle mode obviously looks really weird in the back. Otherwise, it looks okay-ish. Like the front of it and the wings look okay. It's that block in the back. Why is it like whenever they do an Astro Train toy, they can never figure out what to do with the back side of that shuttle? They didn't, like the Classics mold didn't have any issue with that. I mean, aside from the fact it had trains on the side of it, but I will accept trains on the side of it to just like whatever's going on here. And then the robot mode. The robot mode just looks unfortunate. I really do not like how that robot mode looks. Now, it's at a very bad angle. We can't see how wide the chest is from here. We can't see like how the shoulders rest. It looks like the head is sitting way too high up on the body compared to where the shoulders are going to sit. It looks like he's got kibble that's just in the wrong positions. Now, I will give it this. It is mistransformed. So I don't know where we got this picture of what it looked like in the box, but you can see there are just parts that are just blatantly out of place. You can see the tabs on the sides of the legs where that kibble is supposed to swing down and clip in. So this is not properly presented. Tomorrow when Hasbro talks about these toys, I presume they're talking about them tomorrow, we are going to have a much better look at the figure. And then you can make a determination based off of that. Right now, we're going to put a pin in Astro Train. I don't think it looks very great. This has me concerned because Blitzwing is also getting an 86 release. I don't know if it's just going to be a repaint or if they're actually going to do the same thing. If they do the same thing, I'm going to be worried. Why? I know triple changing is hard, but we have third-party companies that proved it can be done cleaner than this. I know they can't do third-party budgets because they have a part count to keep in mind, but it should be doable. Like it should, like the original G1 Astro Train should not be the cleanest transformer of all Astro Trains. It can't be. You can't do that. So, action figure wise, it is a very lackluster presentation from Hasbro. Outside of Kranix, there's really nothing all that new or exciting, you know? Like, the Astro Train kind of fumbles. Shockwave is just, you know, kind of like meh, you know? Skywarp's expected, you know? Nothing surprising there. But I did say that the expected announcement for the for Friday was going to be this. If the slide had gone to the right slide, that would have been really dramatic and kind of cool. Now I just look like an idiot. Thank you very much, OBS. This! I called it. That the big thing that they were teasing, everyone's speculating, oh, there's just clips of Unicron, so it's going to be a new Unicron toy. No, it's not. No, it's not. I told you it was going to be the announcement of the 86 Matrix of Leadership. I told you the timing of it was right based on when the leaks came out. And for everyone who believed me, congratulations for actually trusting the one who knows what they're talking about. So, this is Hasbro's very first Matrix of Leadership toy. Not a prop replica done by somebody else, not a statue piece. This is the legitimate article. This is a toy of the Matrix released by Hasbro, and it is really good looking. Like, really good looking. Like, I think they picked a spot on shade of bronze. I think the shape overall hits me the right way. The detailing is correct. What gets me is the crystalling. So a lot of times when you see a Matrix figure, like there's just like a generic pattern to the crystal. You know, like it's geometric. You know, it's like solid, like 45-degree angles to like all the places where the crystal is folded in bends. This looks like a cluster of crystal shard. Like, this looks correct. Like, this looks the way I expected it to look. It looks really, really nice. Like, it really genuinely looks like the shell is like holding together the core of the Matrix, which is really neat. Backside does look good as well. Very well painted. Love the gunmetal going all the way through. Before someone asks, yes, it kind of looks like Samus rolling around in a ball. That's just kind of how it goes. Also, I just noticed, yeah, Autobot symbol, I guess it's just the same display on both sides. The Autobot symbol being offset is weird. Is that weird to anybody else that's just kind of off to the left and not centered in the middle or anything? Like there should be a Decepticon symbol on the side, on the other side or something? I don't know. Nitpicky. Big things for me. Number one, it does light up, which also absolutely looks really cool. Number two, the finger holes are big enough. It's what you want to do with a Matrix. You want to put your fingers through the handle and open it the way it's supposed to be opened. Thank you. I've been waiting how long for that? Oh, and speaking of, it does open. We finally have a Matrix of Leadership toy that opens. So we had the two that were released last year. One for Transformers 1, one for Halloween. Neither of them open. We had the statues in the past. None of those opened. This one opens. It's so freaking cool. I have been waiting for this since I was a little kid. You know, if you don't remember the story, my dad took one of those those little ball toys, like little hollow plastic ball toys that you shove like different shaped blocks into, and then you pull the whole thing apart and all the blocks would fall out so you could do it again. My dad took one of those, put like the handle of a faucet inside, like a plastic crystal looking handle, and he fixed that into the center. So I had like my own little Matrix of Leadership toy as a little kid. It was so amazing. And that's the last time I played with a Matrix of Leadership toy that could actually open up. That will change this year. Oh my God, that's exciting. Now, the only disappointing thing is, through all these photos, I don't see any speaker holes, meaning that my dream of this thing playing the touch as you open it up might be lost upon me. That's what I really, really wanted out of this. I wanted a button hidden inside the finger hole that would actually trigger the music and the lights when you held it. As of this recording, though, we don't know how this thing lights up, if it's automatic, if there's a switch, anything like that. We don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. But still, oh my God, it's cool. Oh my God, it's so cool. So, that is basically the rundown of everything that got leaked today that I'm presume Hasbro is going to start talking about tomorrow, and Takara is going to start talking about tomorrow. If there's any juicy details, we'll save that for the news roundup on Monday. For the most part, I think this covers pretty much everything, unless there's some surprise that didn't make it into a leak. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're as excited for Kranix as I am. And, yeah, stay tuned for more updates on this. So, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.
Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.